Take a slow breath with me, in and out. This is not a feel-good for 5-minute speech. This is a rebuild plan for your mind, your energy, your life. If you've been smiling for the world and breaking in private, if you've looked in the mirror and whispered, "I don't recognize myself then today," we start again. From zero. From the ground. From the quiet hurt you carry when nobody's watching. I'm going to walk you through 11 real steps. Not theory, not hype. Steps you can do today that stack into momentum. And there's a bonus. You'll also train your English while you train your life. It'll give simple sentences, stories, and short scripts you can speak out loud, so you grow your voice and your future at the same time. But I need one promise. For the next few minutes, phone down, tabs closed, heart open. Give me your full focus because change loves attention. And if you're serious about rebuilding, subscribe. Not for another motivational clip, but because every video here is a small brick. One for healing, one for English, one for courage. Brick by brick, we'll build the person you were meant to be. Ready? Here's the truth. Most people skip. You can build a new house on broken ground. Before habits, before goals, before routines, there's one sacred step. We clean the rubble. When a building collapses, workers don't show up with paint and decorations. They clear the debris. They remove cracked walls, rotten wood, hidden nails. If you try to rebuild on top of what broke you, old guilt, old noise, old rooms full of old ghosts, you'll trip in the same place again. So today, we start with subtraction. We remove what drains, confuses, and quietly kills your confidence. Then we forgive the old you, the version who did their best with the tools they had. No more life sentence for past mistakes. Forgiveness is not erasing the past, it's ending the punishment. Only after that do we write a new identity. Clear words, small actions, daily proof. From there, we build a survival routine, tiny, non-negotiable moves that keep you alive when motivation is asleep. You'll move your body to move your mind. You'll train your mouth to speak powerfully. You'll stack small wins, mine meaning from pain, and grow discipline stronger than mood. You'll create distance from the old life and finally protect the new one like a temple. That's the map. 11 steps. Simple, human, real. So breathe again. Put your hand on your heart and say, "I'm not done." Because you're not. Your best days aren't behind you, they're waiting for instructions. Let's give them some. Subscribe so we walk this road together. Now, let's begin. Let's talk about how to rebuild yourself step by step. And the first step is one most people never talk about, but it's where real healing begins. Step 1. Clean the rubble. When a building collapses, what do you see? Dust, debris, broken glass, heavy pieces of concrete lying everywhere. Before anyone can build again, they must clean the rubble. They must remove everything that's cracked, dangerous, or rotten. The same thing happens in your life. If you want to rebuild yourself, you can't start on top of the broken pieces. You have to clean the rubble first. You have to clear the emotional, mental, and physical mess that's been blocking your growth. And here's the truth most people never accept. You cannot rebuild your life if you're still holding on to the things that broke you. Cleaning the rubble means removing toxic people who drain your energy every single day. Old memories that live rent-free inside your head and make you doubt yourself. Bad habits that steal your time and give you nothing in return. Negative self-talk that keeps whispering, "You're not good enough." Regret that repeats, "You should have done it differently." Guilt that keeps you stuck in yesterday instead of walking into tomorrow. These are the broken stones lying inside your mind. You can't build a new house on top of them because every time you try to stand, you'll keep tripping on the same pieces. Let's make this simple and practical. Imagine your life is like a room after a storm. There's water on the floor, papers everywhere, clothes scattered, and broken glass near the window. You don't start decorating that room immediately, right? You don't buy a new sofa or paint the walls before cleaning the mess. You first roll up your sleeves, throw away the trash, and sweep the floor. Only then does the room become ready for something beautiful. That's exactly what you must do with your life. Start small. Remove one toxic thing today. It could be a person who always criticizes you and makes you feel small. It could be a habit like scrolling endlessly on your phone when you should be working on your dreams. It could be an old photo that keeps reopening a wound. Take a deep breath and let it go. Imagine there was a young man who wanted to change his life. Every morning he woke up tired. Not because he worked hard, but because he lived in the same environment that kept him stuck. Same room, same negative people, same distractions. One day, he looked around and realized his phone was filled with toxic reminders, people he envied, people who hurt him, and people who made him feel behind. That day, he deleted 20 contacts. He unfollowed 10 accounts. He threw away one old gift that reminded him of pain. And that night he said, "For the first time in years, I feel lighter." That's how you start rebuilding, by removing, not adding. You don't need to change your whole life in one day. You just need to start cleaning one corner at a time. Maybe your corner is your mind filled with regrets and self-hate. Start by replacing one negative thought with one positive truth. When your mind says, "I'm useless," respond, "I'm still learning." When it says, "I failed," say that was a lesson. When it says, "It's too late," answer, "I'm just beginning." Maybe your corner is your environment. Your room is messy. Your desk is full of dust. Your space feels heavy. Clean it today, because your physical space shapes your mental space. When you clean your environment, your thoughts become lighter too. And maybe your corner is your relationships. Some people are like weeds in your garden. They look small, but they kill everything growing around them. It doesn't mean you hate them. It means you're protecting your peace. You can love someone and still walk away if their presence is destroying your growth. So here's your task after this video. Delete one contact who brings you down. Unfollow 3 accounts that make you feel behind. Throw away one thing that carries your pain. Write one positive sentence about yourself and repeat it before you sleep. Because cleaning is not just about removing dust. It's about removing what no longer serves your future. And you'll notice something beautiful when you do this. At first, you'll feel sad, like losing something familiar. But slowly, you'll start feeling lighter. You'll breathe easier. You'll think clearer because you've just created space. Space for the new version of you to exist. Remember this. Rebuilding your life doesn't start by adding more. It starts by removing what's killing you silently. When you clean the rubble, you make room for strength, peace, and clarity. Only then can you lay a new foundation. That's step 1. Clean the rubble. It's the first and most important step because you can't rebuild on broken ground. Step 2. Forgive the old you. Before you can rebuild your life, you must forgive the person you used to be. Most people try to start over while secretly hating themselves. They carry invisible guilt everywhere they go. They say things like, "I wasted so many years. I ruined everything. I disappointed my family. I'm not the kind of person who deserves a second chance." That's why they stay stuck. They don't rebuild. They repeat. Forgiveness is not pretending the past never happened. Forgiveness is saying, "It happened. I honor the lesson. I refuse to live there now." The old you wasn't evil. The old you was surviving with limited tools, limited light, limited love. You trusted the wrong voice because you were lonely. You wasted time because you were confused. You stayed silent because you were scared. Every version of you did the best it could with what it had. Now you have new tools, awareness, experience, pain that taught you boundaries, wisdom that shows another way. You can't rebuild by punishing the person who carried you here. Think of a child learning to walk. They fall. Again. 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 Do you yell at that child? No. You lift. You smile. You say, try again. That's forgiveness. You look at your past self, the one who fell, and you say, it's okay. You didn't know better. But now I do. We begin again. When you don't forgive, your mind keeps paying rent to old ghosts. You wake up tired because half your energy is busy defending yesterday. But the moment you forgive, you reclaim that energy. You stop bleeding into old wounds. You stop calling yourself your worst day. Forgiveness isn't weakness. It's the strongest decision you can make. I fell, but I refused to live on the floor. There was a woman who once had everything steady job, bright friends, a strong voice. One choice shattered it. Betrayal, job gone, depression. For 3 years, she repeated one sentence each morning. This is all my fault. The sentence became a cell. She became its prisoner. One day, an old teacher asked, if your best friend made the same mistake, would you forgive her? Of course, she said. Then why not you? That night she wrote a letter. I forgive you for not knowing better. I forgive you for being scared. I forgive you for being human. She cried while writing and woke up lighter. Softer face, easier breath. For the first time in years, I deserve a second chance. That's the power of forgiveness. It doesn't erase the past. It releases the pain so the future can find you. You don't need special tools. You need honesty. 1. Write the letter. Start every line with, I forgive you for wasting time, loving the wrong person, staying too long, giving up when tired. Minimum 5 lines. End with, I forgive you and I will not stay here anymore. 2. Mirror talk, out loud. Stand. Look. Don't escape your eyes. Say, I forgive you for everything. You did your best. We begin again. 3. Reframe script, guilt, growth. Oh, instead of I ruined my chance, say I learned my lesson. Oh, instead of I was so stupid, say that mistake made me wiser. Oh, instead of I'm not worthy, say I'm learning to carry my worth daily. 4. Micro proof today. Do one small different action as proof. Send the apology text. Apply for the course. Take a 15-minute walk without headphones. Drink water before scrolling. Action is the applause of forgiveness. Repeat slowly, like you mean it. I am not my past. I am not my worst day. I am rebuilding myself. I forgive every version of me that brought me here. I begin again today. In step 1, we cleared the rubble. Now look at the soil tree, ignored, full of old weeds. Before seeds, forgive the soil. Tell it, it's okay you were dry. It's okay you were empty. I know why. Now we grow again. Because nothing grows in a heart that believes it's unworthy. Forgiveness restores worthiness. Worthiness welcomes rain. Forgiveness gives you permission to start again. Not from the same place, but from a higher one. It turns your past from a prison into a teacher, your pain into experience, your shame into understanding. True change doesn't begin when you buy a new book or move to a new city. True change begins the day you forgive yourself for being human. If you keep speaking guilt, you will live in guilt. If you keep speaking forgiveness, you will live in freedom. Forgiving yourself does not mean you forget everything. It means you remember without pain. It means you can look back, nod, and say, that was me, but it's not me anymore. It means your past no longer controls the direction of your future. You are not broken. You are becoming. You are not lost. You are learning the way. And every time you forgive yourself, you remove another invisible chain that was keeping you from flying. Bonus for English learners. Shadowing, read after me, twice. I am not my past. I am becoming. I forgive you. We begin again. I learned my lesson. I rise wiser. Swap lines. Guilt. Growth. I wasted years. Those years taught me patience. I disappointed everyone. I'm rebuilding trust step by step. I always fail. I'm learning how to finish. Mini drill. Call and response. I say, I ruined everything. You say, I learned everything I need to rebuild. We cleared the rubble, step 1. We cleansed the guilt, step 2. Now we choose the builder. Because rebuilding isn't only about removing what broke you, it's about becoming who builds you. Next, well, craft your new identity. A sentence you can live, not just say, I am focused, I am disciplined, I keep my promises. Well, act like that person before we feel like that person, and let actions rewrite the story. Tagline to carry out. Forgive the soil so the seeds can live. Step 3. Create a new identity. Listen. This is the moment where you stop asking what happened to me and start asking who do I want to become from this moment forward. Most people rebuild their lives by accident. They let life happen to them. They wait for something, a job, a person, an opportunity to give them a direction. But rebuilding requires intention. You must decide what kind of life you want to live. And more importantly, what kind of person you must become to live that life. If you don't choose who you are becoming, the world will choose for you. And the world is lazy. It hands out labels like cheap stickers. Failure, lazy, broken, the one who never finishes. But labels are not truth. Labels are cages unless you break them. Today, we stop asking, what happened to me? And start asking, who do I choose to become from this moment forward? You forgave the old you. Good. That was the cleansing. Now comes the choosing. Because forgiveness cleared the sky. Identity is the star you'll navigate by. New identity doesn't mean a mask. It means the real you that's been buried under guilt, fear, failure, and noise. Beneath the rubble is a builder. Beneath the bruises is a calm, disciplined engine. This is where rebuilding shifts from accident to intention. You don't wait to feel like your new identity before you act. You act like that identity and feeling catches up. Confidence isn't the prize that unlocks action. Action is the key that manufactures confidence day by day. Say it with me. Actions create identity. Identity sustains actions. Write one clear sentence, no fog, no poetry, no maybe. One sentence you can live. Examples. I'm becoming a focused, disciplined creator who finishes what I start. I'm a kind, confident speaker who brings calm into every room. I'm a calm, powerful decision maker who chooses peace over drama. Pick yours. Speak it aloud. Stick it on your wall, on your phone, on your mirror. Most people wait for the mood. You won't. For the next 30 days, you will act like the person in your sentence, even on days you don't feel like it, especially on those days. Because identity is not the echo of your mood, it's the sum of your moves. There are stories you've rehearsed for years. I've always been bad at English. I can't focus. I always give up. Nobody believes in me. These are mind viruses. If you don't uninstall them, they will corrupt every new file you create. Replace them. I'm learning to speak clearly every day. I focus longer than I used to. I keep going even when it's hard. I believe in myself, daily even if others don't yet. Let me tell you about a man named Keen. Keen used to be angry, distracted, always blaming. I'm just not the kind of person who can focus, he'd say. After a breakdown, he asked a dangerous, beautiful question. What if I'm wrong about who I am? He wrote one sentence on a small paper. I am becoming a calm, focused, and powerful man. Then he made 3 rules. 1. No phone before 10:30 a.m. 2. Slow protocol. Speak slower, walk slower, breathe slower. 3. 1-page plan. Each morning, 1 page, 3 essential tasks. He read his sentence morning and night. He lived his rules when he felt like it and when he didn't. Day 30, he felt different. Day 60, his work looked different. Day 90, people said, "Daniel, you've changed." Truth. He didn't become someone fake. He became who he always could have been once the lies were removed. Identity is built from tiny proofs. 5 quiet breaths before you answer a message. Calm identity. Finishing a 25-minute focus block. Disciplined identity. Saying no, thank you to drama. Peaceful identity. You're voting with behaviours. Every vote counts. Common traps and fixes. Trap. I missed a day, so I failed. Fix. I missed once. I resume now. Perfection is a trap. Resumption is the superpower. Trap. No one sees my change. Fix. They will after you've seen it for 390 days. Visibility lags reality. Trap. This isn't me. Fix. That's the old narrator talking. Thank it for trying to protect you and continue. You choose the seeds, your identity words. Plant them with habits. Water them with repetition. Protect them with rules. Nature doesn't argue itself into blooming. It follows patterns. So will you. Stop saying, "This is just who I am." Start saying, "This is who I choose to be now." Your new identity is not a costume. It's a commitment proved in small actions, daily. Choice is freedom. Consistency is destiny. Bonus for English learners. Shadowing. Repeat after me, twice. I'm focused and disciplined. I choose who I am becoming. I finish what I start. I act first. Feelings follow. Pattern practice. In becoming plus, adjective. In becoming more patient, more focused. In learning to plus, verb. In learning to speak clearly every day. I'm the kind of person who plus, habit, who shows up on time. Call and response, guilt, growth. I say, I can't focus. You say, I focus longer than I used to. I say, I always give up. You say, I keep going even when it's hard. Don't wait for the world to tell you who you are. Decide who you want to be and then become that person in small actions daily. Rebuilding your life starts when you stop saying, "This is just who I am," and start saying, "This is who I choose to be now." Your new identity is not fake. It is your choice, and your choice is your freedom. Well, give your identity a bodyguard routine that protects your focus when life gets loud. Step 4 is where your sentence becomes a schedule, and your promise becomes a plan you can keep. Step 4. Build a survival routine. After you choose your new identity, you'll feel the surge. Ideas, motivation. The urge to change everything today. But life won't pause for your transformation. You'll still wake up tired. Still face noise. Still feel the pull of the old gravity. That's why you need a survival routine, not a perfect day, not a 5 a.m. fantasy. A simple, non-negotiable structure that keeps you moving when your heart is heavy and your energy is low. A survival routine isn't a long to-do list. It's the minimum viable day, the 5 smallest actions that keep your mind, body, and spirit alive while you rebuild. It's an anchor when you're adrift, a bridge between who you are and who you're becoming. When motivation fails, the routine runs. Why it matters. Rebuilding is not a highlight reel. Some days you'll feel empty. Some days nothing seems to change. Some days the past will whisper, "Come back." On those days, you don't need hype. You need a script you can perform on autopilot. Tiny actions. No decision fatigue. No drama. Repeat. Build your routine now. 5 actions, each under 10 minutes. Add more later if you want, but start here. 1. Wake up ritual. Brain, order, not chaos. Oh, no phone for the first 30 minutes. Oh, drink 1 full glass of water. Oh, say 1 positive sentence out loud. I lead my day. 2. Body activation. Nervous system online. Oh, 5 minutes. Stretch hips, shoulders, or walk around your room. Or 30 jumping jacks. Oh, 5 deep breaths, slow exhale. Whisper, we're alive. Let's go. 3. Mind clarity, direction beats distraction. Oh, write 3 sentences. 1 gratitude, 1 focus for today, 1 self-encouragement. Oh, this clears noise and sets your compass. 4. 1 tiny clean, signal of order. Oh, make your bed. Wipe 1 surface. Clear 5 items off your desk. Oh, early win. Brain tags progress. 5. Learn 1 thing. Anti-stagnation. Oh, 5 minutes English video, audio story, or read 1 paragraph. Oh, keep the learning muscle warm. Protect against mental rust. For example, there was a woman named Mary who had just lost her job. Days blurred, curtains closed. She stayed in bed and scrolled herself numb. One morning she heard a line. Don't wait to feel better. Start with 1 tiny action. She built a 15-minute survival routine. Drink water. Step outside 3 minutes. Write 1 sentence. 5 minutes English. Make her bed. Day 1. She felt the same. Day 2. Still heavy. Day 10. She woke earlier without alarm. Day 30. 12 job applications sent. Day 45. Hired. Not because she chased a giant goal, but because a small system worked even when she didn't feel like working. The human brain loves patterns. Repeat the same tiny actions and your brain declares, this is who we are now. Identity follows evidence. Principle systems over moods. Stop worshipping motivation. Build systems. A routine is a promise you can keep on your lowest energy day. 5 boxes. 5 tiny wins. 5 votes for your future self. That's how momentum is protected quietly, daily. Affirmations, say them slowly. I don't wait for energy. I create it. My routine protects my momentum. Even on low days, I still rise. Small actions, repeated, become who I am. Open your notes, type your 5. Set 3 alarms, morning window, midday nudge, evening reset. Place a water bottle by your bed. Put a paper and pen on your desk. Make the routine frictionless so your future self can just press play. Don't build a perfect day. Build a survival system. 5 simple actions that say, even when I feel nothing, I still rise. Rebuilding is not doing 100 things. It's doing 5 things consistently, especially when broken. If you can walk through the storm-owned small step at a time, you're already winning. Bonus for English learners. Shadowing. Repeat twice. I start small and I keep going. My routine runs when my mood won't. 5 tiny wins protect my mind. Pattern practice. I do plus tiny action. Plus every morning. I do 5 stretches every morning. I spend plus time, plus on plus skill. I spend 5 minutes on English. Even when plussing, low state, I still plus action. Even when I'm tired, I still write 3 sentences. Identity tells you who to be. Survival routine keeps you moving when life is loud. Next, well, master your attention. Guardrails for focus, rules for phones, and a simple plan to turn 25 quiet minutes into the most productive hour of your day. Because momentum without attention leaks. Well, seal the leaks. If you can keep walking through the storm, even 1 step at a time, you're already winning. Step 5. Move your body, move your mind. There's a quiet truth almost no one says out loud. If your body stays still, your mind stays stuck. But when your body moves, your mind follows. When pain hits, the body curls, shoulders drop, breathing shallows, eyes dim. The longer you stay still, the heavier everything feels. Energy leaks. Confidence fades. Thoughts get darker. Your secret weapon isn't a miracle. It's movement, simple, intentional movement, daily. Even when you don't feel like it. Especially then. This isn't about 6-pack abs or some athlete fantasy. This is about saving your mind through your body. Mind and body are a 2-way bridge. Yes, feelings shape posture, but posture also shapes feelings. Stretch, The brain hears we're safe. Walk. The brain hears we're going somewhere. Breathe deeply. The brain hears we're alive. Message by message, movement writes you a new reality. Picture a bicycle left in the rain. Wheels stiff, chain dry, rust everywhere. It won't move not because it's broken forever, but because it hasn't been used. Oil the chain, nudge the wheels, push a little every day, and it turns smooth again. Your mind is that bicycle. Stuck doesn't mean doomed. Stuck means unused. Move your body, and you oil the chain of your mind. Movement changes state before it changes shape. You don't move to become worthy. You move to remember you are alive. You don't wait for permission. You give it to yourself with the first step. The 10-minute core, choose 12 daily. You don't need a gym, money, or gear. You need a daily practice. 1. The 10-minute walk. Go outside, no phone. Let thoughts float. Don't chase them. Walk like someone rebuilding strength because you are. 2. Stretch and open. Roll shoulders, circle neck, touch toes or shins, open chest. Inhale through nose, long, slow exhale, open chest, open heart. 3. Slow dance alone. Soft music, eyes closed, sway. You don't need rhythm, you need release. Let the ache move through, not stay trapped. 4. Micro set, 5-5-5. 5 squats, 5 push-ups or wall push-ups, 5 jumping jacks. Success starts with tiny wins. Tell your brain, we're still in the fight. 5. Breathing ladder, 2 minutes. Inhale 4 counts, hold 2, exhale 6. Repeat 58 rounds. Longer exhales tell the nervous system, calm, not crisis. If you miss a day, you didn't fail, you resume. The skill is not perfection, the skill is returning. Why it works, practical brain logic. Attention hijack, moving creates simple, concrete sensations, less room for rumination loops. State shift, posture plus, breath cue safety, more access to clarity and choice. Evidence loop, every micro win is a vote. Am the kind of person who moves even on low days. Identity follows evidence. Affirmations breathe them in. I move my body, my mind follows. I don't wait for mood, I create momentum. Tiny wins today, strength tomorrow. Every step is a vote for my future. Don't wait to feel ready. Move before your brain gives permission. Because movement is not just exercise, it's medicine. If you can move your body, you can move your mind. And if you can move your mind, you can rebuild your life one step, one breath, one tiny win at a time. Bonus for English learners. Shadowing, repeat twice. I move first, clarity comes next. Small steps create big changes. My body leads, my mind follows. Pattern practice. I take a plus. Time plus walk every day. I take a 10-minute walk every day. Even when plus, state, I still plus, action. Even when I'm sad, I still stretch. In becoming plus, adjective, plus, through plus, habit. And becoming calmer through breathing. Movement unlocks state. Now well direct that state into focus. When you move, you shake the pain loose. You give your mind something to focus on besides failure. You change your energy. You shift your state. And more importantly, you remind yourself that you are not stuck. Don't wait to feel motivated. Don't wait to feel ready. Move before your brain gives you permission. Because movement is not just exercise, it is medicine. If you can move your body, you can move your mind. And if you can move your mind, you can rebuild your life one step at a time. Step 6. Train your mouth to speak powerfully. The words you speak shape the world you live in, and most people are slowly destroying their future by how they talk to themselves and to others. Your mouth is not just for communication. Your mouth is a weapon. It can build a new identity or kill the one you're trying to create. If you're trying to rebuild yourself, but still saying things like, I'm such a mess. I'm so behind. I always fail. I can't do this. If you're rebuilding yourself with a powerless voice, You're laying bricks for a cage. The sentence becomes a belief. The belief becomes identity. Identity shapes your life. So train your mouth. Because your mouth isn't just sound, it's steering. This isn't about lying to yourself. It's about using language to change state and direction. Weak words drain voltage. Strong words deliver current. You're not faking. You're tuning. Imagine a dusty radio humming in the corner, same station. Endless static. You can't do this. You're behind. You always fail. The room could be beautiful, but the air is poisoned by sound. Now you change the station. Adjust the antenna. Suddenly, you're learning. You're getting stronger. You made it through another day. Same room. New atmosphere. Your mouth is the radio of your mind. Change the frequency. Change the climate you live in. You become fluent in whatever you repeat. If you repeat I'm a mess, you'll act like a mess. If you repeat I'm learning, you'll act like a learner. Language is software. Corrupt code crashes the system. Clean code makes it fast, stable, unstoppable. Retire the vocabulary of surrender. I'll try. Maybe I can't. It's too late. I'm not ready. I always fail. Each is a micro permission to quit. Replace, don't negotiate. Install power sentences. Choose 3. Write them. Memorize them. Mirror them. I'm rebuilding my life one step at a time. Every day I speak, I grow more confident. I've made mistakes, but I'm not a mistake. My voice matters. My future is stronger than my past. I finish what I start. I keep my promises. Say them out loud. Your nervous system trusts sound more than silent thoughts. Don't just think it, declare it. By the end of this year, I will speak English with confidence. I wake up with discipline. I will not live in fear. Repetition hardens intention into identity. Identity directs behavior. Affirmations, speak them slowly. My words build my future. I speak belief, not apology. My voice is strong, kind, and clear. I choose sentences that fit the life I'm building. Common traps and fixes. Trap, but I don't feel it yet. Fix. Speak it anyway. Actions and words lead. Feelings follow. Trap. This sounds cringe. Fix. Results are not embarrassed. Practice in private. Benefit in public. Trap. People around me are negative. Fix. Be the station change. Model the frequency. If needed, speak less, but speak powerfully. You cannot rebuild a powerful future with a powerless voice. The most important voice in your life is not your friends, not your teachers, not even your parents. It's your own voice. The one you hear when no one else is around. If that voice is full of fear, shame, and doubt, you will live a small life even with big dreams. But if that voice becomes kind, strong, and determined, you will rebuild yourself into someone the world can never break again. So from today, train your mouth. Speak like the person you're becoming. Because your mouth is not just a voice, it is a mirror of your future. Bonus for English learners, 60/90s. Shadowing. Repeat twice. Stress in caps. My words build my future. I speak belief. I learn fast. I finish my message calmly. Pattern practice. I'm learning to plus verb. I'm learning to present clearly. I speak plus adjective. I speak calmly and confidently. I will plus action plus by date. I will present in English by December. Step 7. Stack small. Wins daily. Voice over script. Rebuilding your life is not one big decision. It's not one motivational video, one therapy session, one weekend of change. It is a quiet battle won through daily victories. And those victories must be small, not because you're weak, but because you are rebuilding from the ground. You need stability, not pressure. You need confidence, not chaos. You need small wins repeated every day, stacked on top of each other until they become unstoppable momentum. A small win is so simple it feels almost silly. That's the point. It's designed to be unmissable on your worst day. Make the bed. Drink water before the phone. Write one sentence before breakfast. 3 minutes of English. Fold the laundry now, not later. 7-minute walk. Pack your bag the night before. These look like nothing. They are everything. Every tiny completion sends a message to your brain. I'm capable. I'm moving. I'm in control. Most people wait to feel better before doing better. Real change runs the opposite route. Do better and you'll start to feel better. Win small, feel strong. Stack wins, believe again. This is how identity rewires, not with pressure, but with proof. Picture an empty glass jar. Next to it, a pile of tiny pebbles. 1 pebble changes nothing. 10 feel like nothing, but you keep dropping 1 pebble a day. Weeks pass. It still looks empty until it doesn't. Half full. Then suddenly full to the top. Not because of 1 big stone, but because of hundreds of small, quiet actions. That's how confidence is rebuilt. I said I would, and I did. Define your daily 3. Win tracker each morning. Pick 3 wins so small you can't fail. Bed. Make it within 2 minutes of waking. Water. 1 glass before touching your phone. Words. Write 1 sentence about your day or your identity line. Night check off. Tick the 3 boxes. Your brain needs proof, not promises. Never break the chain. Print a calendar. Each day you complete your daily 3. Draw a big X. A week later, you'll see a small chain. A month later, a necklace of momentum. Your job, don't break the chain. If you miss once, you didn't fail, you resume now. The skill isn't perfection. The skill is return. Why small works, brain mechanics. Friction shrinks. Tiny tasks dodge procrastination. Dopamine calibrates. Consistent completions teach your brain to expect success. Identity updates. I'm the type who finishes small things. I'm the type who finishes. Compound effect. Small daily inputs change the trajectory, then the destination. Common traps and fixes. Trap. Too small to matter. Fix. Too small to miss is the point. Misproof beats grand plan. Trap. I missed 2 days. I'm done. Fix. Resume within 24 hours. Draw a different colour X to mark a restart. Trap. I kept the chain but felt nothing. Fix. Results lag reps. Keep stacking. Add a weekly review to notice micro changes. Sleep, mood, clutter. Affirmations. Small wins, big momentum. I'm trustworthy to myself. Pebble by pebble, I fill the jar. I finish what I start even when it's small. Make it visible environment cues. Put the water bottle by your phone at night. Must lift water before phone. Leave your notebook plus pen on the pillow. You must move it. Write 1 line. Place the calendar at eye level in the bathroom. Keep pebbles, or paper squares, in a bowl. Drop 1 in each time you finish a win. Sound of success. Raw, plink. Don't chase perfection. Chase consistency. If you miss 1 win, forgive yourself and continue. This is not about being perfect. It's about showing up. Even on your worst day, you can still win something. Even when you have no energy, you can still complete 1 small task. That 1 win could be the reason you don't give up. Because when people feel broken, they stop trusting themselves. Small wins restore the contract. I said I would, and I did. Your new life isn't built in a day. It's built in tiny bricks stacked daily until your strength is unshakable. Look in the mirror. You aren't empty. You're filling the jar. Bonus for English learners. Shadowing. Repeat twice. Small wins create big momentum. I keep my word to myself. Pebble by pebble, I fill the jar. Pattern practice. I complete plus, tiny task. Plus every morning. I complete 1 sentence every morning. Before I plus temptation, I plus win. Before I check my phone, I drink water. Even when plus low state, I still plus win. Even when I'm tired, I still make my bed. You're stacking wins. Now well protect them. Reducing noise, curating people and platforms, and shaping spaces so your good habits happen by default. Momentum is precious. Next, we'll make your environment carry you when willpower is tired. Step 8. Find purpose in pain. Let's be honest. Life doesn't just hurt. Sometimes it breaks. And when it breaks, the first questions arrive like thunder. Why me? Why now? Why this, when I tried so hard? Here's the deeper truth. Pain is not the end of your story. Pain can be the beginning of your purpose. We're taught to run from pain. But the people who rise from ashes share one pattern. They turn pain into power. Pain is a teacher. Pain is a message. Pain is a mirror showing what matters, what's fragile, and what must become strong. When understood, pain becomes purpose. Vague pain keeps you stuck. Specific pain can guide you. Write down the pain that shaped you. Be specific. Examples. I was rejected by someone I loved. I failed something I worked so hard for. I felt ignored, embarrassed, pressured. I wrestled with anxiety, addiction, burnout. Then ask 3 questions. 1. What did this pain teach me? 2. What part of me became stronger? 3. What can I do now that I couldn't do before? Answers become arrows. Arrows point to purpose. Imagine a clay pot that falls and cracks. Some throw it away. But there's an old Japanese method kintsugi, repairing with gold. They fill the cracks with gold. They don't hide the broken lines, they honor them. Now the pot doesn't just hold water. It tells a story. It carries strength. It's more valuable than before. Your scars can be the places where your gold flows. When life cracks you, you can. Hide your cracks, pretend, break again in silence. Fill them with purpose. Let your pain become gold. Let your scars become wisdom. Let your story become light for someone else in the dark. Why purpose emerges from pain? Pain compresses attention onto what's real: love, safety, honesty, contribution. When you survive something hard, you gain authority in that terrain. Authority creates responsibility, the ability to respond for others still inside the storm. Your message can become a mission. A mission gives you reasons to rise. Grab a pen, draw 3 columns. Pain, concrete. Heartbreak, exam failure, panic attacks, job loss. Gift learned, 1 phrase. Boundaries, study system, breathing skills, humility, patience. People I can help, who where, students who failed an exam, friends with anxiety, newcomers who lost work. Circle 1 row. That's your pilot mission for the next 30 days. Purpose grows by use, not theory. Within 48 hours. Write 1 honest post or message about your lesson. No drama, just truth plus tool. Help 1 person with your exact lesson. Share a template, a breathing drill, a checklist. Volunteer 1 hour where your pain trained you. Boundaries that protect purpose. Purpose needs containers. People who mock your healing. Limit access. Platforms that amplify your pain without action. Limit time. Habits that reopen the wound. Replace with the fire and gold ritual. You're not avoiding truth, you're guarding your mission. Affirmations. My pain will not be wasted. My scars are maps to someone else's safety. I turn hurt into help, lessons into light. I'm stronger and softer at the same time. Common traps and fixes. Trap. If I share, it'll break again. Fix. Share measured truth with boundaries. Start small. 1 person, 1 tip. No overshare. Trap. My story isn't big enough. Fix. Purpose is scale agnostic. A 2-sentence tool at the right moment can change a life. Trap. Helping others means healed. Fix. No help while continuing to heal. Keep your therapy, rituals, rest. Your pain is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your purpose. What happened to you was unfair. It was painful. It was real. But it does not have to be pointless. Your story can save someone's life. Your suffering can guide someone who is lost. Your breakdown can become someone else's breakthrough. Don't let pain close your heart. Don't let it make you bitter or silent or small. Let it open your soul. Let it become your fire. Let it teach you what no book, no teacher, no course ever could. Because some lessons are written in blood and tears, and those lessons carry the deepest power of all. From today, say this: I will not waste my pain. I will turn it into purpose, and that purpose will rebuild me into someone the world cannot ignore. The cracks don't ruin the pot. They reveal where the gold flows. Bonus for English learners. Shadowing. Repeat twice. I will not waste my pain. My scars carry gold. I turn hurt into help. Pattern practice. I went through plus pain. Now I help. Who plus how. I went through burnout. Now I help students plan, rest first weeks. Pain taught me plus gift. I share it by plus action. Pain taught me boundaries. I share it by hosting a weekly check-in. Even when plus trigger, I still plus purposeful action. Even when I feel lonely, I still message one friend to listen. Your purpose is taking shape. Now we protect it. I will make your surroundings carry you when your willpower is tired, and your purpose will keep burning steady, bright, and useful. Step 9. Build the discipline muscle. You won't always feel motivated. You won't always feel excited. You won't always feel strong. If you want to rebuild, learn the law. Discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation is a visitor. Discipline pays the rent. Discipline moves your feet when your feelings say, not today. Discipline isn't self-punishment. It's loyalty to the future you. It's not loud. It doesn't need applause. It's a quiet return, again and again, when no one is watching. You don't wake up with discipline. You train it like a muscle. Stretch. Tear. Repair. Stronger. Picture a metal water pump in a dry desert. You're thirsty. Someone says, keep pumping, clean water will come. You push the handle 1, 10, 50 times, nothing. Dust. Doubt. Is this broken? But underground, pressure is building. The column of water is rising silently. Then burst. Clear. Fresh flow. And once it flows, you don't push as hard. Momentum helps. That's discipline. The early phase is invisible. Quit too soon and you walk away a few reps before the breakthrough. Principles. Do. Feel, not feel. Do. Action leads. Mood follows. Tiny plus. Daily. Huge plus. Rare. One small rep every day beats 100 reps once. Make one decision, not daily debates. Decide once, then execute without negotiation. Resume fast. You don't lose by falling. You lose by staying down. Start ridiculously small. Pick one habit you can do even on your worst day. Write one sentence. Speak English for 5 minutes. Walk 1 block. Breathe 2 minutes. Inhale 4. Exhale 6. Do it daily. No matter how you feel. The muscle grows by consistency, not intensity. Remove decision, make it automatic. Discipline dies in too many choices. So, time lock, same time, window daily. Place lock, same chair, same corner, same path. Cue lock, after coffee. Write one sentence, after shoes on. Walk, after lunch. 5-minute English. Make the start so small, it's harder not to begin. Counter voices and comebacks. You've done enough. One more rep, future me needs it. One day off won't hurt. One day off repeats. I choose a 2-minute version. Why work hard if no one notices? I notice. Evidence before applause. When you miss the 24-hour rule, skip happens. Don't punish. Analyze. What broke the chain? Time, place, cue, energy? Install a patch. Move the time. Set a clearer cue. Shrink the task. Then resume within 24 hours. A miss isn't a cliff, it's a signal. Affirmations. Motivation can visit me. Discipline lives with me. I keep tiny promises daily. I push the pump, results will rise. My future trusts me because I show up. Discipline is the only bridge between the life you dream and the life you live. It is freedom dressed as routine. It is the promise you make to your future self and the proof that you're serious about becoming someone greater. From today, say, motivation may come and go, but discipline will live with me. Because people who rely on motivation rise and fall, but people who train the discipline muscle, they rebuild themselves into giants. Bonus for English learners. Shadowing. Repeat twice. Motivation visits. Discipline stays. One small rep every day. I start now. Feel later. Pattern practice. I do plus. Tiny habit. Plus. At plus. Time place. I do 5-minute English at my desk after lunch. If plus, trigger, then plus, action. If I sit, then I write 1 sentence. Even when plus, state, I still will thus, habit. Even when I'm tired, I still walk 1 block. Your discipline is pumping. Water is rising. A clear, simple vision translated into weekly systems and a scoreboard you can actually keep. Because a strong pump deserves a worthy destination. Step 10. Create distance from the old life. If a caterpillar wants to become a butterfly, can it keep crawling in the same place? No. Transformation requires separation. You can't rebuild inside the ruins that broke you. You can't become someone new while living surrounded by everything that keeps calling you by your old name. Discipline is your pump. It's moving water to the surface. Now you need space distance that protects the flow so it doesn't leak back into yesterday. That means you must create distance, emotional, physical, digital, environmental, from the things, people, habits, and places that represent who you used to be. Distance isn't abandonment, it's healing. Not running away, but walking toward the light. We're creatures of comfort. Even pain can feel familiar. Even our old life, though broken, feels safe because it is known. But hear this truth. You cannot rebuild your life inside the house that broke you. Create new space for the new you. Picture dawn at the base of a mountain. Behind you, the valley you came from. The sun is rising, but you're still cold, because the mountain's own shadow covers you. Not because there is no light, but because you're too close to what blocks it. No matter how hard you try to rise, you will feel like light never reaches you. But if you climb higher, if you create distance from the base, if you walk away from the old version of you, step by step, you start to see the sun. You feel warmth. You see more clearly, and the shadow no longer touches you, because now you're not standing where the old you fell. You're standing where the new you can finally grow. You don't have to hate the valley you came from. You don't have to fight the shadows. You just need to keep climbing. Create distance. Not because you're running away, but because you're finally walking toward the light. Distance is not abandonment. Distance is healing. It gives you room to breathe, think, and grow. Types of distance 4. Domains 1. Environmental distance. Your space trains your state. Oh, clean one room. Rearrange furniture. Let light in. Oh, burn or bin what drags you back. Letters, objects, trigger items. Oh, replace. Plants, bright lamp, a clear desk. Oh, rule. My room must look like my future, not my past. 2. Digital distance. Your feed is your future. Oh, unfollow accounts that make you feel behind. Mute outrage loops. Oh, unsubscribe from negativity. Curate a becoming list. Learners, builders, kind voices. Rule. Every scroll says who I am becoming. 3. Relational distance. Love with boundaries. Some people aren't villains. They're just stuck. Your growth pokes their fear. You can care without granting access to your energy. Rule: if I consistently feel small around you, it'll love you from afar. 4. Habitual: emotional distance, inner routines. Retire rituals that rehearse the old you. Late night doom scroll, drama chats, just one more sabotage. Install rituals that rehearse the new you. Water before phone, 10-minute walk, mirror line. Rule: every day I place one habit length between me and who I used to be. Why distance works. Inputs shape identity. Your environment whispers who you are all day. Friction flips behavior. Make the old path hard and the new path easy. Attention reallocates. Less noise, more focus, faster compounding. Symbolic break. Physical change confirms the internal decision. Common traps and fixes. Trap: if I step back, I'm disloyal. Fix: boundaries protect love from resentment. Distance, different disdain. Trap: I cleaned once, nothing changed. Fix: distance is a practice, not an event. Keep curating. Trap: I don't want to offend. Fix: choose clarity, plus kindness. Short, honest messages, no explanations you'll resent. Affirmations: I will not rebuild in the ruins. My room reflects my future. I love people and protect my peace. Every step away from the old is a step toward the light. Caterpillar. Butterfly. The cocoon rule. A cocoon is not a prison, it's a boundary for transformation. Your distance is your cocoon. Quiet, intentional, temporary, sacred. When you're ready, you won't crawl back to the same branch. You'll fly. The old life will always whisper to you, come back. It's easier here. But the new life, it waits for you quietly beyond your comfort zone. So from today, make this promise. I will stop rebuilding in the ruins. I will create space. I will create silence. I will create distance. Not to run from the past, but to walk toward my future. You cannot become the new you if you keep standing where the old you died. Climb. Step by step. The light is already up there. Bonus for English learners. Shadowing. Repeat twice. I do not rebuild in the ruins. My space reflects my future. Distance is healing. I walk toward light. Pattern practice. I remove plus, trigger, plus, and add plus, anchor. I remove old letters and add a bright lamp. I love Pete Huss, person, and I protect Pete Huss, boundary. I love my cousin, and I protect my peace. From now on, my feed shows mit plus, value. From now on, my feed shows learning and kindness. Step 11. Protect the rebuilt. You've done what most people only dream of. You stood back up. You faced your past. You removed what was killing you. You created new routines. You built strength, courage, discipline, and purpose. You didn't just survive. You rebuilt yourself, but now comes the most important step of all. You must protect what you have rebuilt. You must guard the new version of you like a castle protecting its king. Because if you don't protect it, the world will try to break it again. Rebuilding is not a one-time event. It is a new life. And just like any new life, it is fragile in the beginning. Like a newborn tree growing from dry soil. Like a fresh wound beginning to heal. Like a new flame burning quietly in the wind. If you don't protect it, the wind will blow it out. The past will return. Old habits will knock on your door. Toxic people will test your boundaries. Your own doubts will try to come back, wearing a new mask. That's why you must now become a guardian of your growth. Not just a student of change, but a protector of peace. 3 things you must protect from now on. 1. Protect your environment. Your mind grows where it is planted. If you rebuild yourself in a clean, focused, peaceful place, you grow faster. But if you allow chaos to return, the new you will get confused. Audit your room. If it steals energy, remove it. If it doesn't reflect who you're becoming, replace it. Phone feeds. What you see is what you seed. Curate inputs that match your identity sentence. Rule: my space must look like my future, not my past. 2. Protect your energy. Some people don't deserve access to you anymore, not because they are evil, but because they are still living in the past you left behind. If you let every opinion, every judgment, every angry message enter your heart, you will slowly become the person you worked so hard to leave. Not everyone needs to understand your journey. Not everyone needs to agree with your healing. Not everyone deserves a seat at your new table. You have the right to say no, to block, to mute, to walk away. You owe no one your presence, especially those who rehearse your shame. Rule: I'm no longer available for disrespect, guilt, or drama. 3. Protect your identity. This is the most important one because the world will try to drag you back into your old self. It will test you. You'll face a moment when someone says, "You've changed." Say this with pride: "Yes, I have, and I'm never going back." Your old self will whisper sometimes, "Are you sure this is you?" But remind yourself, this is who I fought to become. You're no longer the version of you who breaks under pressure. You're no longer the version who accepts disrespect. You're no longer the version who puts others above your mental health. Retire the behaviours that betray you under pressure. Keep the promises that prove who you are now. Rule: I protect my identity with actions, not arguments. Daily protection practices, your shield set. Morning reminder. Speak out loud. Today I protect my peace. I honour who I'm becoming. I do not return to what broke me. Non-negotiables. Run even on low days. No phone on wake. 10 minutes of movement. One small win, bed water sentence. Say no to one negative trigger. Mute, skip, or step away. Weekly audit, 10 minutes Sunday. Ask, what made me feel heavy? Who drained me? What old habit slipped back? What strengthened me? Adjust. This is your early warning system. Peace list. 5 items, always visible. Examples: sunlight plus stretch, 10-minute walk, tea in silence, call one safe friend, read one page that calms you. When the world feels loud, pick one immediately. Boundaries. With a backbone. Clarity plus kindness. Message: in rebuilding and protecting my energy, it'll be quieter and can't join X this month. Thank you for understanding. If then rule: if conversation turns to gossip, violence, self-attack, then I exit with respect. Space swap. Trade one familiar trigger spot each week for a becoming place: library, park, quiet cafe. The castle metaphor. Castles aren't built against the world, they're built for the people inside. Your walls are not fear. Your walls are focus. Your moat isn't avoidance. Your moat is margin space for rest, reflection, and renewal. Affirmations. I don't rebuild in the ruins, I build in protected space. I guard my environment, my energy, my identity. What I built with pain, I will not let comfort destroy. Peace is my power. Boundaries are my love with a spine. Bonus for English learners. Shadowing. Repeat twice. Stress in caps. Today I protect my peace. My space, my energy, my identity are safe. What I built with pain, comfort won't destroy. Pattern practice. I'm not available for plus, negative input. I'm not available for gossip. If plus, trigger, then plus, protective action. If the chat turns toxic, then I leave. I protect my poise, domain, by poise, rule. I protect my mornings by no phone before 9. You're no longer the broken version of you. You're no longer just surviving, you're rising. Every past version of you, the one who cried alone, who stayed silent, who didn't believe are watching. They whisper, don't let us down again. Answer them, I won't. I will guard what we built. Protect your peace like it's sacred. Protect your habits like gold. Protect your identity like air. If this series made you feel seen or stronger, Do 2 things. 1. Subscribe. We don't make videos for views. We make them for your transformation. Each new video is another step. 2. Share this with one person who's quietly breaking. Let this be the voice that pulls them back to the light. You are not alone. You are not done. Your best days aren't behind you, they begin today. Let's rebuild and protect together.